Deep blue is what I call her. Some days she's nice, and other days she could be a total bitch. But what we're here for, what we're all here for, is some chrome. Yo, I couldn't help myself. I just saw this footage like you're watching right now, and I thought to myself, this looks pretty epic. Blue, vast openness and water. And I was like, I got to come up with a different intro. I'm just having fun. I'm not taking myself seriously when I'm doing this. So hopefully you enjoyed it. What's up, Michael here, Shot City Yacker. And today's an epic day of trolling Lake Michigan for salmon. First thing in the morning, already a fish on. Kind of tells you what kind of day I'm going to have here. Now, let me kind of go over some of the conditions. Right now, beautiful day to get out on the water. West winds, which is ideal for us. We want to have that west wind. It helps to bring the cooler water closer to shore. And if you're kayak fishing, it means you don't have to go out nearly as far as you would when you get wind from other directions and stuff like that. It cools the water. It brings the bait fish in closer to shore, which then, of course, the game fish come in right behind them. And so it just increases your ability to catch fish and do so a lot closer to shore. Even though on this particular day, we made it out 4 miles offshore. I'm talking about 90 feet of water. We were out there. And it's always great when you can get out that far. Just to say you do it for the experience of being out there, just the open water. It's a great experience. And so the conditions were right for it. Now, at this particular point, I hooked up with this fish. That wasn't even that far yet. We're in maybe 50, 60 feet of water, which you're looking at about half a mile to three-quarters of a mile out at that point, hooking in with the first fish. So for me, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm off to a good start. This is good right here. Now, in this particular video, I'm not going to really go over the rigging, the lures, and setup like that. I'm working on a separate, complete video to go over some of the essentials. We're going to get that covered here. This coho actually didn't even hook itself. He wrapped himself in the leader line from the Dodger and the Fly, and I managed to still get him in. So we're going to throw this bad boy in the stringer, some Lake Michigan chrome. Oh, dude, they taste great. Coho. Some people say the best tasting of the salmon family. What do you think? Drop a comment below. As we continue on, the troll, keep an eye out on the right rod. There it goes. You'll find out real quick that the setup on my right rod was the hot setup, the hot bait. The Dodger and the Fly was killing it. And in fact, as of this video, for some time leading up to it, it's been the hot bite, the Dodger Fly bite for coho. And plenty of coho, real fat, above average sizes too. It's a really good sign. Really good sign. So as I'm working on getting this fish in, trying to pull off the torpedo diver, which is a pretty essential piece in the trolling setup here, things are going to get interesting. Now, what you should know is I always attempt to keep trolling. I still have the other rod set up, and I have a spoon on that one, trying to see what the fish were, gravitating to, whether it was a Dodger Fly or a spoon. So it's sitting up there. Now, you're going to notice here in a second that I'm about to stop trolling, which means my rod and reel on the left side, it's going to stop moving. It means the spoon is going to just be dead in the water. Now, fortunately, I'm in deeper water than the amount of line is out, so the spoon is going to end up just kind of floating around in the water. So with that being said, keep an eye on what is about to happen. Watch the rod. Boom. Now keep in mind, I'm not paying attention to any of this. I go to grab my net. There goes my $250 plus rod and reel combo in the drink, sacrificing it to Lake Michigan, all for the sake of catching my very first lake trout. And as I learned right here, why guys have such a stigma with catching them and there's a bad rap for them. Look at this guy who was just relentlessly jumping around. He ended up tangling up my leader line with the dodger and the fly with the main line. It was a complete mess. That guy definitely was going out in the stringer to go home to be 8 after all of that. So at this point, my buddy Derek, who's over to the right, Bubba's on the left. You guys should know who Bubba is by now. Derek's like, hey, I seen your rod getting hit. I think you got a fish on it. Of course, I'm like, yeah, right, bro. You're tripping. It's probably just the weight bouncing around. Makes it look like I got something on there. So here I go, begin to reel it in. Of course, I'm trying to take off the torpedo diver. But at this point, the main line wrapped around it, and now I have to try and figure it all out and get it untangled. And that's where things got really interesting. Take a look. And we got airtime. Out of nowhere, completely caught me off guard. Incredible. So now here I am struggling because I can't get the weight off. It's all tangled up, and I don't want to lose the fish. So what do? Well, I do what any good fisherman would do. Take it back to the classics. Fishing 101. Handline this baby in. Now, adrenaline is rushing. I call for a buddy to come help me out to grab the rod and so I can get this all figured in. I don't want to lose the fish. And the whole time, remember going back to that when I had the marker identify when the rod got hit, that fish was on the hook the whole time, which is crazy to me. I still don't know how that managed to happen, but it worked. Thank you, Bubba, for assisting me. So close, so close, so close.
Oh my God! Did you see this happen? What just happened? Woo!
And that struggle high five. Yeah, we got it. I don't know why I keep on doing the Ric Flair. Woo! I'm not doing it on purpose. It happens naturally. I'm so excited. That was insane. That was completely insane. I doubled up and in such a weird way. The best thought I have of how that managed to happen was when I stopped, the spoon was just sitting in the water, and as I'm moving side to side, rocking side to side, I inadvertently was jigging. That's the best thing I think about, and the fish took it as I jigged it inadvertently. So that was pretty cool. Here we go. Another fish on, again, on the right rod, which is the Dodger Fly combo setup. On fire, man. Just killing it. And the sad part is I only had one of those Dodgers, and if I had another one, and I got plenty more now, so I'm prepared, immediately I would have thrown another rig set up on the left and just went crazy with it, and I'm pretty sure I would have definitely limited out. At this point, this is going to be my 4th fish, one short of limiting out on Lake Michigan, which is the challenge to do out of a kayak, especially. So when you consider that you only have one rod, two rods normally. Some guys run 3. But just playing the odds and how much water you can cover, being able to catch that many fish it's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Now, one piece of advice as you're trolling, it's always important to keep tension on the line. I can't tell you how many times, actually, I can tell you, in this particular day, I had 2 fish get off. So, it's important to keep the tension on. They can always short strike, or, a lot of times they'll come up behind it and try to knock the lure off the path, to what in effect would be, stunning the bait and then come back around to swallow it and eat it. A lot of times they'll swipe at it for that initial hit, and that's where you might hook them in a weird spot under their chin, on the side of their face, or something like that. And so you have to keep the pressure on because it's not hooked in their mouth. It's a lot easier for these fish to jump, twist, turn, spin around, and spit that hook off of them. And there ends what is my most epic day out in Lake Michigan. Ended it up with the biggest coho. Solid fish right here, man. Beautiful chrome. That's what it's all about, man. So I'm gonna end the video here. More videos to come. I have a separate video covering essential lures to get out in Lake Michigan to catch very same fish that I caught in this video. I would love to hear what your best bag on Lake Michigan has been to date, whether it's on land, on kayak, or boat. Drop it in the comments below. Please like, share, subscribe. I appreciate you all for watching. I'm gonna sign off from here. Peace.